So this is day 3 of doing the weekly routine, the morning routine and the night routine on the app. And also day 10 of building the healthy habit of eating food at home, only at home. I just buy groceries and that's it. I feel good. But I did notice that I am snacking a lot more than I usually do. So I don't know if I should do something about that or not, because I have a migraine right now and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I had like 3 donuts last night. I'm so ashamed. But I was so hungry. Stop lying, Shay. You just wanted donuts. All right? Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. And I bought the assorted donuts from Food Lion, from the grocery store. And then Stacy asked me for one. That's probably why I ate 3 of them, because I'm like, you're not getting these 3. So he tried to touch my Boston cream. I was like, boy, that's mine. You know that. That's probably why I scarfed down the other 2. But I'm really doing good on eating. I've been eating lunch and dinner. Do I need to eat breakfast? I don't know. I'm going to think on that. But I've been reading more of my book, because that's one of the steps at night. Read 5 pages of the books. I usually forget that I even have a book, but the app reminded me to read. It's getting good, okay? It's this one, Twisted Love. My niece gave it to me. Twisted Love. This is book 1. There's a lot of other books. This is the video diary for today. Today's the 1st, ain't it? May the 1st. Yeah, May the 1st on Wednesday. I have a migraine, but other than that, I feel okay. But I did go through a little attitude this morning. I hate saying it was just me, like it really wasn't that big of a deal. But the thing that got me upset is I was chilling outside, chilling with a baby, trying to do some potty training or whatever. And even prior to this, Stacy went to go make coffee, and instead of just making coffee, he waited for me to tell him. And then he's gonna ask me on the tablet if he could make coffee. And I know y'all like, oh, that's good. That's good. It is good, yeah, that he's using his tablet, but it's not good that he's waiting to be prompted, because I wasn't even downstairs for 2 hours after he woke up. He woke up 2 hours before and went downstairs, sat down there for 2 hours, waited for me to come downstairs, and then asked me and waited for me to tell him, go ahead. And you know what? I didn't even tell him. I just kind of looked at him like, you mean to tell me I could have had coffee when I came downstairs? It really wasn't that. It's just that, sir, you don't need me to tell you. And I don't think he knows that. And that frustrates me, because I don't know how to tell him. I don't know how to communicate that with him. Other than just stop answering his prompts. That's the only thing I can do. That means I have to ignore him again. But it worked with the tablet. He's very much speaking more with the tablet, so I really haven't had to ignore him as much because he on the tablet, mom. So, he's getting my attention. But now I gotta ignore him again every time he asks a prompt from me. And I just went off on him, like, not really, like, I wasn't yelling or nothing, but I was like, buddy, you don't need me to tell you what to do no more. You know how to do the coffee, you know how to do your breakfast, and you know what day you supposed to do what. Because right now, like today is Wednesday, he knows he doesn't have any school today because he got therapy. So what's the routine in the morning? The routine is get me a sandwich, get me a coffee, and then, get dressed, etc. So I'm not so much worried about him remembering routines. That's his thing. Routines are his thing. He remembers them better than I do. It's the waiting for prompting from me that is upsetting. Because why you wait 2 whole hours? So you could have had your coffee, and you could have made you a sandwich, and you could have went in your room and chilled before therapy. Like, we still have a lot of time. So that's why I say I had an attitude this morning. Did I have an attitude before that happened? I don't think so. Because I did my morning routine and I was feeling really good. I even got dressed, which is crazy because I normally don't get dressed until it's time to go. But yeah, I was feeling good, is my point. Before I went downstairs, I was feeling pretty good, actually. And then I ran into Stacy. We said good morning to each other. And then I was dealing with the dogs. I was feeding the dogs. He wanted coffee. So I'm looking at the corner of my eye thinking he gonna go ahead and do it. Nah, he's standing there. He's standing, let me show y'all how he was. He's standing there like this, watching me. So I'm like, what? And he goes, coffee. And I'm like, if I wouldn't say nothing, you would have just stood there like, upsetting, but like, I know it's not his fault because low key, I created this monster. Not saying he's a monster, but you know, I created this because I was so busy trying to teach him independence that I was prompting him to be independent, prompting him way too much. Now he looked for the prompt. Am I doing it? Am I doing right? Can I do it? You know, that's him. So now I gotta take away props so he knows. Because you know what? That happened. Stacy used to wait for me to tell him to go to bed, to take a shower, all that stuff. He used to wait. And sometimes there were times that I would like want to go out with my friends, and then you know I would come home very late at night and he's still sitting there having showered, having nothing. So I even got having to, you know, help me out. Hey, tell your brother such and such, and she'd be like, he won't do it. You know, I tell him to do it, he won't do it. I would have to call him and be like, hey, bro, go shower. You know, bro, go to bed. 1 o'clock in the morning. You got school tomorrow. So eventually I just stopped telling him to shower and go to bed. And I was telling myself, I was like, Shay, he gonna do it. He gonna do it eventually on his own because he don't like being dirty. That's for one. And for two, he won't go to bed without taking a shower. That's for two. So the first night I didn't tell him. He stayed up until like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. just waiting for me to tell him to shower. He stayed up until 2 a.m. and then he fell asleep in his sensory room. He woke up just combobulated, like what? And he looked outside, it dark, you know what I'm saying? He probably looked at the time like 2 a.m. Question mark. And then I saw him on the camera. I was asleep. I saw him on the camera though. He got up, he went to shower, and then he went to bed. And then the next day, it was kind of the same thing, but a little bit earlier, probably like midnight. And then the next day, he was doing it by himself. 3 days, that's it. And I answered him because he about to ask me if he should get dressed. And he, sir, we just been talking about this. You should know. Anyways, this is a video diary for today. It's a long one. I had a lot to unpack. I don't even know if I'm going to post this, but if you see it, it's thanks for listening. Bye.